I find it really hard to fall asleep. I normally have so much stuff going on in my head that it can take hours to fall asleep, and on rare occasions, I can't get sleep at all. But I found a thing that has helped me fall asleep easier. A cure, you might say. And that thing is fanfiction. Specifically, writing bad fanfiction in my head as I try to fall asleep. I act like this is some crazy revelation, but after less than a minute of research, I found that this is a thing a lot of people do. Like, the first piece of advice when you search up tips to fall asleep is to make up a story. This site even says, try placing yourself into a fictional world of a game, a movie, a TV show, or your favorite fictional book. It can be anything that you've already seen or read, which is basically what self-insert fanfiction is. But I did this before I knew it was a popular thing, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. When I was a kid, I watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! As soon as I got home from school, I would boot up my family's PC and search YouTube for episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which were really poor quality pirates that were usually flipped, pitch bent, and cut into 10 different parts. Despite the abhorrent quality, I would watch these episodes until about 9 p.m., at which point the parental controls on the computer would kick in and log me out of my account mid-episode. Being the young internet addict I was, I went to my parents begging them to let me watch more episodes. They, being good parents, told me no. But Mom, if I don't watch one more episode, I'll spontaneously combust. Just one more episode, please? No. So I tried to go to sleep, but I couldn't stop thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kaiba's Blue Eyes White Dragon, or Joey's Time Wizard. More than anything, I just wanted to watch more episodes. Who could fall asleep in conditions like these? Now, I really wanted to be in Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. And why wouldn't I, with their cool hair and fun monsters and life-threatening situations and corrupt capitalist penguins and friendship? So, because I couldn't get enough of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Fix during the day, I imagined being in Yu-Gi-Oh! As I fell asleep. In my mind, I was friends with the whole gang, I was a top-tier duelist, and I had a really cool and unique deck that no one else had. Needless to say, as an 8-year-old, I was pretty damn cool in my head. At the time, I had no idea that I was basically writing really cheesy, really bad self-insert fanfics, but I also didn't find out that fanfiction was a thing until years later. The most important thing at the time was that it helped me fall asleep while still satisfying my insatiable need for anything Yu-Gi-Oh! I'd eventually grow to do this with pretty much all the things I watched. Sailor Moon? I'm there. Naruto? Absolutely. Garfield? Embarrassingly, yes. Sonic? I think every kid who had a DeviantArt had a self-insert Sonic OC. So yes. Thankfully, I didn't actually write down any of these fanfic ideas, except for the ones I did, but we don't have to talk about those. Making up these stories were mainly just ways to occupy my mind so that I could fall asleep and avoid the crushing anxiety that would otherwise keep me awake all night. But sometimes I'd get so excited about making these fanfics that I'd start looking forward to falling asleep at night. And then when I finally got into bed, I would get so worked up by my ideas to the point where I couldn't fall asleep. And the cycle begins anew. As I've grown older, I've stopped getting overly excited by my stupid self-insert fics and my cool OCs. But I still make up cringy fanfics in my head to this day. And hey, it helps me fall asleep, so I'll be as cringy as I damn well please. It's not like these stories are ever gonna leave the confines of my mind. But this One Piece OC is so cool, I'm sure everyone will— No. Get back in there, you filthy piece of trash.